Hi, my name is David Adewale of Elsewhere Properties. I'm one of the directors at Elsewhere Properties Limited here in the UK. We invest in properties ourselves, and we also work with people that are looking to invest in properties, either for the first time, or that you want to start on the journey of property investment, or you want to buy your first property and you don't really know how to do it. We also work with investors that have actually been in property for quite a while, and to achieve whatever goal you have, it could be a short-term long goal or a long-term goal you're looking to achieve with properties. We also work with sellers, people that are looking to sell their properties. We also provide information about properties as well. In this video, what I'm going to be sharing is I'm going to be sharing some few tips when it comes to buying properties in the UK. Right. On this video, I've actually had I've got links where you could click on, and you can go to our website and download few PDFs right there, which will give you a few tips on what you can do when it comes to investing in property, either as a newbie or an existing investor that already have portfolios of properties, and you want to make more money out of your property. You want it to make you more money, be more efficient with them. And we have few tips as well. And also for someone that's looking to sell the properties as well, we have few tips there. Just click on the links, and you will be directed to our website where you can download those PDF files, which will be helpful for you. So the focus of this video is actually to share with yourself the few things you need to look out for when you're actually looking to invest property, either as an investor or even as a newbie looking to buy property for the first time and just get on the property ladder. It's very important that you know these few things, right? And this is not because many people, when they come to buy property, they actually buy with emotion, and especially for first-time buyers. You want to get on the property ladder for the first time, obviously, and obviously you kind of like over the moon, and you don't do your due diligence. The due diligence is very important when it comes to buying property, and one of it is you need to take your emotion out of it, right? When you're buying property, and how we actually do things, we're not carried away by what we call the below market value. This is below market value, which is, for example, if the property is worth £200,000, and the owner decides to sell it to you for, let's say, £180,000, people get really excited about that. There are other things that you need to also keep in mind when you're buying property. Do not get carried away by the money that you have, because why would you buying it below market value, but then you have not done your own due diligence to find out why the person is selling below market value. You might not actually know the detail of why, but there must be some reason why the person is willing to. There might be generally, there's always a genuine reason for selling below market value. Either the person is motivated to just really want to sell and get it over and done with. Could be, maybe there's divorce going on, they need to quickly sell. It could be probate. There are few reasons why people want to do that. However, do not get carried away because property is below market value and not do your due diligence when it comes to buying property. The due diligence that you also need to do is just make sure that before you actually get into making the offer and accepting the offer and taking it all to the next level, you need to find out, what can I do to this property? How can it add value to me? What value can I add to the property, so that because the most important thing is, either you're a first-time buyer or an investor looking to buy property, you want return on your investment. Even if you're going to be living in the property, there will be a time when you just either you want, it's your property that you have bought into, it's money that you have, you've invested into it, you bought it, it will increase in value, right? You don't want a property where you've spent all your time paying the mortgage, even as a first time buyer that want to live in property, paying the mortgage, then obviously you end up in debt, because obviously either the property is not worth what you paid for, or you have been laboring for all this while and it's still not worth it. The returns doesn't make sense, it doesn't match, right? You've just been financing something that is not going to work for you. So you have to do that due diligence. So the things that you need to look out for is, you need to make sure that, how can I add value to this property? What are the potential on this property? Things like, can I extend up, right? Can I extend sideways? All right, can I extend downwards? That's basement. If property have the basement, if you have a loft, if you have if you have maybe a corner plot, or maybe a side where you can, maybe a garage which you can you need to look at things like that. Those are important things. Or maybe you can extend backwards to maybe garage to the garden as well. What are the things you need to look out for again? It could either be either can I maybe can I improve on the kitchen, add new kitchen to it, or maybe I can add a cloakroom. Maybe there's only one bathroom, you want to add one that will have an ensuite to it. Anything that will add value to property will always that you can do to property that can add value to it. You need to check that as well. Another thing you need to check again is when you're buying property as well. Like I said, take out the emotion out of this thing. Look at the property that you're actually looking to buy, and look at the area that you're buying the property around. Look at the streets. Is there any other property that have, even with this, with the extension, is there any other property that have done similar thing? So you might have actually found that you can add value to it by either extending up, or maybe to the basement, or even to the garden, or the side extension, whatever extension you think that you could add to it. But you need to make sure, because when it comes to extension, so majority of the time you need to get planning permission, right? If the neighbors, if it's a property you're buying, and in the neighborhood, in the street you're buying it, there has not been any extension that has been done before, it could most likely be at least one person on that street might have actually tried to extend the property, and they did not get the planning permission approved, which means that it might be difficult there and there. So that could be something that you need to watch out for as well. But if you're in that environment and you see that they've been, someone have extended, either they've extended upward, or into the loft, or maybe to the garden, or to the side, and you know that, and the property you're buying doesn't have that yet, it means that there is potential there. It's more likely that when you go to apply for planning permission, you will get approval there and there. So those are the things you look out for when it comes to property as well. Now, you also want to look at things like, you want to drive to that street as well. Look at the during the day and at night. During the day, obviously, everyone can see what's happening. At night, also, you want to check as well, is that an environment where you have people hanging around, youths hanging around making some noise or being violent and things like that. Those can also affect the price, the value of property when it comes to equity increase in the future. So you need to watch out for things like that. The front. You can also speak to the neighbors. The neighbors are the ones that know the place. You can just knock at the door. You can just knock on them and just find out what's going on. Go to the local pub, go to the local pub and find out. You can just have a chat about it as well. That's information about that environment. That's how you understand that street that you're investing into. Not only that, so like I said, the key thing is to make sure that the due diligence is done. You don't want to, people say that let's just buy property because it's close to school. Yes, it's close to school, but then what kind of school is it close to? Is it the kind of school that people actually want to take their children out, or they're actually looking at as well? You need to look at that as well, right? Is it I want to buy as an investor, I'm not living there, but don't forget that tenants that want to live in property, they are either families. It depends on actually the kind of people you're looking to target anyway. So if there's family that looking to go into property, and if the school is always poor and everybody know about it, people don't want to put their children in that school, it means that obviously family will not be attracted to buy the property when it comes to to rent it, rather, when it comes to renting it out as well. So you need to check that as well. Do not be fooled just because it's close to school. You need to find out the school as well that is in that area. Proximity to shops, to the town center is very important as well. Is it accessible? Is it close to buses or a train station, or is it close to shops? It might not even be close to the town center, but is there any shop around where people can, any convenience shop where they can easily go to, like Costco, Tesco Express, and a few of them as well. Those are the things that you need to look out for when you are investing in property, right? So not only think about yourself when it comes to investment in property, you need to also think about the exit criteria. So if you want to sell it out, or maybe you want to rent it out, you want to sell it on, or you want to rent it out, would people be willing to pay the money for it, or would they want to take the property as well? Another thing you need to look out for when you actually buy property again is important. You need to check the proximity of the property to trees. how close is the house to the tree? Because if you have a tree in the garden and it's very close to the house, you need to check again. Obviously, that's where you have the surveyor coming in to make sure that they check the structure of the property, so that you don't have the roots of the tree going into the foundation of property. These are things that people miss out when they are investing in property. There's lots of work that goes into it as well, and this is why we actually we do this due diligence for people as well. People actually contact us and ask us to do due diligence for them when it comes to buying investment property, or helping them in the journey property, or maybe even if it's your first time buyer, you want to buy property. We also work with people as well. I hope this is really helpful. I've just put a few tips out right there. There are still many more that you can look out for when you are investing in property. It's just a little video, a short video. I don't want to make it too much, too much into it. If you want to get more, click on the links below, and reach out to us on elsewproperties.co.uk. The links is right there, and we also have some free downloads PDF that have tips when it comes that you can actually refer to when it comes to investing in property, either as an investor or as a seller as well. I hope this video has been helpful to you. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to working with you, or if you have any questions, reach out to us, and then we look forward to answering your questions. Thank you.